Rain poured over the dimly lit streets of Chicago, streaking down the bus stop glass like tears. Maya Turner stood there, clutching her torn bag to her chest, her breath shaking in the cold night air. The bruises along her wrist burned from where Ethan had grabbed her hours earlier. Her ex-boyfriend's voice still echoing in her head, filled with anger and control. She'd finally run. No phone, no money. Just the clothes on her back and the hope that someone, anyone, would stop long enough to help her disappear. As headlights blurred past, she whispered, "Please. Someone, please stop." Then a sleek black car pulled up, quiet, elegant, unlike the others. The passenger window rolled down, revealing a man behind the wheel. He looked to be in his late 30s, his expression calm yet curious beneath the soft interior glow. "Are you all right?" he asked, voice deep and steady. Maya hesitated, trembling. Can you drop me home?" Her voice cracked. "Please, I just need to get away from here." The man nodded without hesitation. "Get in." She slid into the passenger seat, shivering, rain dripping from her hair. The car smelled faintly of cedar and something expensive. He didn't ask many questions, just handed her a napkin and turned on the seat warmer. "I'm Daniel," he said quietly. "Maya." She avoided his gaze. "Thank you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have—" "It's fine," he interrupted gently. "You looked like you needed help." As the car glided through the empty streets, she could finally breathe again, though her pulse still raced with fear. If stories of courage and compassion move you, please like this video and subscribe to Broken Chains, where every story reminds us that kindness can change a life. "Do you have somewhere safe to go?" Daniel asked after a moment. Maya shook her head. "I was staying with someone, but I can't go back." He didn't press further. Instead, he drove toward the quieter part of town, where the streetlights faded into soft orange glows. "You can't stay outside in this weather. There's a diner nearby. I'll take you there. You can get warm, have something to eat." Maya hesitated. "You don't have to—" "I know," he said, "but I want to." When they stopped at the all-night diner, Daniel handed her a coat from the back seat. It was soft, clearly expensive, but she accepted it anyway. Inside, the waitress eyed them curiously, a soaked, frightened young woman, and a calm, well-dressed man with eyes that seemed to carry more sorrow than secrets. As she ate her first warm meal in days, Daniel asked softly, "Do you have family nearby?" "No," she whispered. "Just my daughter. She's with my sister for now. I was supposed to go get her next week. But after tonight—" Her voice broke. Daniel leaned back, listening quietly, not judging, not intruding. He simply said, "Then tonight you rest. Tomorrow we'll figure it out." That word, "we," startled her. She hadn't heard it spoken kindly in a long time. Later that night, Daniel dropped her off at a women's shelter he personally knew. He waited until she was safely inside before driving off into the rain again. But he couldn't shake her voice. The fear. The strength beneath it. The next morning, Maya woke to find the shelter buzzing with quiet kindness. Breakfast on the table, warm blankets. The receptionist handed her a folded note. "A man left this for you. Said you might need it." Inside was a business card embossed with a name. Daniel Reed, founder and CEO, Reed Industries. Her breath caught. The same man who'd driven her, the man in the plain black car, wasn't just anyone. He was one of the wealthiest men in Chicago. At first, she thought it was some kind of mistake. Why would someone like him help someone like her? 2 weeks passed. Maya got a call from an unfamiliar number. "Miss Turner?" a woman's voice said. "This is the HR department at Reed Industries. Mr. Reed personally recommended you for a position in our child care center. Can you come in Monday?" Maya's voice trembled. "He recommended me?" "Yes, ma'am. He said you'd be perfect for the role." Tears filled her eyes. For the first time in months, she felt seen. Not as a victim, but as someone worth believing in. When Monday came, Maya arrived early. She wore her sister's borrowed coat and the same small gold cross she'd always kept hidden under her collar. Inside the building's glass lobby, everything gleamed. Marble floors, silver elevators, quiet power. Then she saw him, Daniel, walking toward her. He was no longer in casual clothes, but in a sleek black suit, confident yet calm. Maya's heart raced. You own this place? Daniel smiled faintly. Technically, yes. But titles don't matter. What matters is you're safe. Her voice trembled. Why did you help me? He paused, meeting her eyes. Because once someone helped me when I didn't deserve it. I promised myself I'd never forget what that felt like. Weeks turned into months. Maya thrived in her new job, helping children, rebuilding her life, finally bringing her daughter home. Daniel visited the child care floor often, always stopping to ask how she was doing. There was never pity in his tone, only quiet respect. One afternoon, she found an envelope on her desk. Inside was a handwritten note. When you asked me to drop you home that night, I didn't know you'd remind me what home truly means. Daniel. Her eyes filled with tears as she looked up through the glass window, seeing him from across the hall, watching quietly. Months later, on a warm spring evening, Maya and her daughter sat at the park. Daniel arrived, dressed casually for once, carrying 2 cups of coffee and a small teddy bear for her child. The little girl laughed as he handed it to her, and Maya smiled, the first true, unguarded smile she'd given in years. Daniel sat beside her on the bench. You've come a long way, he said softly. So have you, she replied. You just hide it better. They both laughed, the kind of laughter that feels like healing. As the sun dipped low, Daniel looked at her and said quietly, That night you asked me to drop you home. I didn't know you would be the one to bring me back to mine. Her eyes shimmered. Maybe we were both running from something, just in different ways. For the first time, the silence between them wasn't heavy. It was peaceful, full, hopeful. And in that moment, under the soft glow of the setting sun, Maya realized that sometimes the right ride doesn't just take you away from your past, it drives you straight into your future.